my darling Fumi Nation. I missed you. Girlfriend's been busy. I had family in town. They came from Nigeria. They came from Canada. They came from California. They came from New York. They came from New Jersey. I was busy. I am so sorry. But we are here with a little bit of Africanness. My mother brought these kaftans for me and I love them because they're free, and I can run around in the house, be comfortable. So I decided, you know what, while they're still looking fabulous and new without any stains, let us wear one for the culture. That's what I'm going to call this episode. This episode is the Real Housewives of Lagos, episode 9, The Culture. We open up the episode to beautiful Chioma. Chioma is early. They are having a little painting tete-a-tete date kind of shebang. It is Chioma, it is Tiana and Mariam. And Chioma arrives early. I'm very proud of you, my darling. That's what I love to see. And they will just sit down and they have this kind of painting masterclass. And the painter is there, says, you know what, just go with me and let us paint together. I think it's very therapeutic. I think it's very relaxing. And you get to learn, about art. I was the first in class when it came to art. Moi first, and I regret I should have continued with it, but I got into fashion and that was it. What can I tell you? Anywho, Chioma now brings up the conversation talking about what happened, a recap of what happened in the last episode. And Tiana doesn't waste any time. She wants to paint. She doesn't want to get into anybody's business. And she lets Chioma know, interesting that you should bring this up, considering that you were just sitting down there like a plastic face. And I think what Tiana meant to say, even though she did say plastic face, how I interpreted it was because Chioma, and I loved her for it, she was not bothered. She refused to get involved with Laura's shenanigans. That's how I took it. We talked about this a while back when I said no response is a response. That's Chioma's MO. I'm not going to respond to you. You're a fool. So Tiana was like, nah, I don't really want to get into it. I just want to paint. And so they did. Then we opened up and it was what? It was Iyabo's daughter's birthday, 21st birthday. Priscilla turned 21. I love these kind of parties when you dress up and you have fun. And 21 is a big thing in Nigeria. I also had a 21st birthday. Majority of my girlfriends had their 21st birthdays and we do it big. We do it big because 21, officially, you're an adult, you've been raised, and it's pride for the parents. I would do the same thing for Adrian. Oh my God, can you imagine baby Paduski? 21, it's a big thing. And Iyabo did it fabulously. The girls showed up and they showed out. Each and every one of them. And even Laura showed up wearing glasses, just staying really quiet. She didn't want to be on the same table with Caroline. She was on some other table. She only stayed for about 15 minutes. Then she lied that her husband was downstairs and that she doesn't stay out late at night. She wants to go to her husband. And I read in the blogs, that Iyabo wasn't happy about that. This is what I'm going to say. First and foremost, I think Laura did a good job by showing up being pregnant. Everybody's pregnancy is different. Because I've heard where it said, oh, for me, her being pregnant doesn't mean anything. Because I've been pregnant before. But your pregnancy is not the same as my pregnancy. My pregnancy is not even the same as my sister's pregnancy. Every pregnancy is different. And I think it's very tasking to have done this show when you're with child. That is one. Actually, while I'm on the subject, I also forgot to mention that Laura has to be careful. When you're pregnant like that, don't act crazy because you're affecting your whole body, your child and everything. Don't do that. Don't anybody do that. When you're with child, that is the child's home. You have to protect your mind, your sanity, your energy. It has to be protected because it goes through to the child. Don't think it's only food. No, it's everything. So you got to be careful about that. Now, Iyabo supported Laura for the fashion show, you remember, and she walked with Priscilla, and it was wonderful and it was nice and all of that. But the energy was different because Iyabo was not quarreling with Laura in essence, you know. Whereas on the flip side, Iyabo brought this meeting where Laura felt ganged upon because nobody stood by her. I don't necessarily agree by Laura's thinking, but did it look like that? Yes. So for Laura to have come for Priscilla's birthday, kudos to you, Laura. You did well. You did well. You threw everything under the carpet and you showed your face. I can understand you not wanting to stay. Stay for what? And talk to who? Iyabo, you are the celebrant's mother, so you're going to be saying hello to everybody at different tables. Laura is going to be sitting down, and she really, in any which way you want to look at it, right, wrong, indifferent, right now, Caroline is her nemesis. She just can't stay in that vicinity. I couldn't. I wouldn't. So she left. I did not see why you had to lie, Laura. You just go to Iyabo and say, Iyabo, thank you very much for inviting me. You know, I'm with child and it's still very fresh with everything that has happened. But I wanted to show my face. Please excuse me. I'll make it up to you. I will always say it. It is about communication. Communication, communication, communication. Express yourself. And when you do that, everything is clear, because I truly believe Iyabo is a mature person. She will understand. She might not have liked it, but because you have explained why you are leaving, she would have said, okay, I understand. You know what? Thank you for coming. Before you go, come and take some jollof rice, plantain, cake. Take and go home. Give to your children. So it's extremely important. Communication is what? Communication is key. From there, we go to Tiana. Tiana has brought her family, and this floored me. I lived for it. I lived for the culture. I did not know that Shina Peters is her stepdad. For those of you that don't know much about the culture, about Niger, about Giddy back in those days, Shina Peters was king. Afro beats, Shina Peters was everything. You had to book in advance if you wanted him to attend your daughter's wedding or your son's wedding. Shina Peters was everywhere. The music, I mean, when I look back in those days, and I'm talking about, we went back to Niger when I was about, I think 12, 13, that 13 to 19, that was where I really understood my roots. And that is Tiana's pride and joy, and I see it, and she brings it every single time to every episode. She brings her business, she brings her family, she brings the culture. She's got a strong personality, and I live for it. I did not know. She brought her husband, and she wanted her stepfather to create a song with her husband, and it was beautiful to see. It was nice to see that Shina Peters is looking good, looking young, live, minding your business, doing your exercise, taking your vitamins, making love to the woman that you love or the women that you love. Niger, you know they will have more than one babe. And so they played music, and it was fabulous. I lived for it. Tiana, thank you for sharing that little tete-a-tete, because girlfriend did not know. I can't wait, because I'm meeting Tiana in London in a couple of weeks. We're going to talk about that, because Shina Peters was everything, and he was everywhere. He was at every single big prestigious established event, not only weddings. He was there. Shina Peters, oh wow, I didn't know. Yeah, Tiana, you come from some good roots. Yeah. On the other side of town, we are with Caroline Bills. Caroline Bills, my darling, she is in architecture, she is in construction, and we get to see that side of her. And she's out there getting tiles and all of these things for a house that they're going to put up. And who comes in? Choma looking fabulous in her leather. Isn't it hot in Lagos for leather? Anyway, she shows up. You know, Choma looking fabulous. So they have a little tete-a-tete. They talk, and they talk about the event of the Ghost Bass episode. The Ghost Bass episode is episode 8. That's how I'm going to call it. And so Choma now tells Caroline, oh, Caroline, next time, please don't tell anybody what I told you. That was in confidence, talking about how Caroline put her on blast and told Laura, Laura, I know all about you. I know all about what you told Choma, talking about you want to have a fight with me on screen to get more followers or something like that. That was what Caroline said. And so Choma was shocked. I am shocked. Why am I shocked? Because now I'm heavily confused. Choma sat down at the Ghostbusters episode and completely ignored Laura. She didn't feed into her energy or anything. So I want to know, I'm just asking, when did Laura and Choma ever talk? On the phone, meet up, at a party? When did this actually happen? Where Laura told this to Choma in confidence, because Choma admitted it. Why? Because Choma says, I'm not friends with Laura. She's a customer. What kind of a customer is that? Now it makes me wonder that perhaps there is some truth about what Laura is saying about the relationship she has with Choma. That it's just not customer related. That we are friends and we do talk. Because right there, Choma, you said it. You said, Laura told you this in confidence, and Caroline, please don't repeat it again, because what I tell you in confidence, keep it on the DL. I'm confused. Choma, you have some explaining to do, because throughout, we're on episode 9, you have always distanced yourself from Laura. So are you talking to her behind the scenes? Are you meeting with her behind the scenes? This is what I want to know. Also, from experience, my darling girls out there, I want to tell you something. You see, when you say your enemy was once a friend. Stay with me. And I'm going to repeat it. You see, your enemy was once your friend. You don't just have random enemies, random people that just dislike you. No. They're usually people that you have met and you've fallen out of. I say this because if you don't want your enemy to know your secrets, don't ever tell your friend. Keep it to your grave. Keep it to your grave. If there's something you don't want out there, don't tell your friend. Because one day that friend becomes an enemy. And that enemy will use that leverage against you. Be very careful. It's happened to me and I've learned the hard way. So I'm just letting you know. All this one that Choma is talking about, even if we fall out, I would never say. Don't get me wrong. Maybe not Choma, but not everybody. And you never know what kind of falling out you will have. Because just look at the dirt that Caroline and Laura dragged on each other. Yeah, it put a bitter taste in my mouth because I'm all about positivity. I'm all about light. I'm all about laughter. I'm all about empowerment, looking fabulous. That was a dirty fight to the point that we're still talking about it. Yeah. Alrighty. So from there, we have what? Tiana bringing the culture all the way around. It's her 40th birthday. It's her 40th birthday party. And when I tell you she came with the culture, you had Ikoyi, which we once lived. In Victoria Island, yes, which we once lived. She just brought elements of Lagos, Nigeria, Africa. And I think that it's deliberate because I think that she wants to really show our culture, our roots. It's enough now of people talking about us. We can talk for ourselves. And Tiana is doing that. When I tell you it was fabulous, I wish I was there. I wish I was there. While we're on the subject, Caroline, you looked flawless. You looked like a chocolate sweet. I lived for it. Choma, flawless. Choma loves the OTT. I love it too. This, my darlings, is one of the best outfits that I have ever seen. I just loved the peacockness of the sleeve, the green. She really brought it. They all brought it, as a matter of fact. Laura also looked fabulous. Yabo looked fabulous. Mariam, all of the girls looked absolutely, they really brought it. Come in your traditional, because in Nigeria, that is how it is. Are we wearing traditional or are we styling? That's it. One of the two. I was not to say traditional. That was what really prompted me. I was like, you know what? Let me just wear my kaftan. I love it. I live for it. I love my culture. I am who I am. I am my father's child. My name is his. I know who I am. Baba. I know who I am. And it was lovely to see. It's scenes like this that when I look and I listen to the music and I see the food, I miss home. I miss home. Home will always be home. It can never change. You can't strip away who you are. And so I really enjoyed that party. And it was from there now we just saw Laura's still sour. Laura's still sour. With her own words, she said, you know what? I can't be too close up in there. Because when I see Caroline, it just reminds me, it takes me back to where I don't want to go. So I have to be cautious. Bless her heart. She showed up. She ate her little food to the side and it was what it was. Needless to say, they had a little bit of guessing game, which was also nice again about the culture. And that's when Tiana lets the girls know, guess what, baby? We are off to Dubai. And so Dubai, here we come. Dubai is fabulous. For those of you that have never been, you got to. Again, rich in culture. Is it fashion? Is it style? Yes. But Dubai is a lovely place to visit. Ula and I, went together, I think a year or 2 years just before Adrian was born, and I intend to go back. Needless to say, the girls arrive and Caroline's bracelet is lost. It's a beautiful, chunky tennis bracelet. I think it slipped off her wrist. Bless her heart. You can see her, at the airport. I think she got off the plane and that was when she realized that the bracelet was not there. And again, I read in the blogs because I think she said it was $43,000 or whatever it cost. Well, if you see the tennis bracelet, yes, that's what it looks like. I believe a 110%, on top of which it happened to me. Ula and I, we were in Miami. I think we went to New York, Miami, LA, and I lost my Cartier watch. It spoiled the entire holiday. It really did. I was so upset. And it's funny because Ula bought the watch back. But I was just like, oh my God. And I mistakenly, I left it in the hotel. And they said that they never saw it. To be honest, do I say that I leave it in the hotel? I can't remember. It's all kind of vague. And ever since then, when I tell you, I try not to travel with my prized items. It hurts. And so I was reading in the blogs how, oh no, it wasn't this much. And of course, she didn't spend, I think 30 million or something like that on the show. How do you know? Okay, are you asking me whether I believe it? Yes, I do. I do believe it. I believe that she spent that amount of money on the show. You don't know what she spent it on. And if she's a jewelry girl, diamond girl like me, hell yes. You saw herself and Choma at the jewelry store in the first 2-3 episodes. Yes. She has no reason to lie. Nobody asked her a question. She's the one that volunteered the information. So why would she lie? Needless to say, Yabo says, who gave you the bracelet? Is it boyfriend or husband? It's a stupid question. It doesn't matter who gave it to her. She's lost her bracelet. Let her volunteer that. She's already hurt. So, Yabo, careful now. How far? It is what it is. And that was it, my darlings. That was it. The girls are in Dubai. So, let us wait for episode 10 to see what is going to be unveiled. But I think they're going to have a nice time, girls. I really do. All right, my darlings, stay fabulous. Do we love the red lip? Do we live? Do we love? I live. I love. Mwah. I'll see you soon. Make una chook mouth for una comment section. Okay? Go down. You people, come and be subscribing. Make una don't do me like this now. You see, I'm walking for una. And I don't miss a single episode. And yes, I will film as many as I can for you. Other episodes, I'll do sister to sister. I'll do the fitness. I'll do everything. But guess what, guys? You are 350,001 person. So just give me a little patience. Other than that, I love you guys so very much. Make sure I check my toe. Make sure I don't forget subscribe.